together with pride worldwide. This is for the dreamers, rebels and crew, for the fans in the back and the diehards too. Break the chains, let the passion ring. We're calling out hate in the squared off ring. Kicking out at 2, where the love runs deep and the fight stays true. Kicking out at 2, no tribal lines, just respect me and you.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Listen up, wrestling fans. Showing love for your favorites doesn't stop at a t-shirt. If you're heading to a live event, you better be ready for the hard cam. Step up your show day drip with Hard Cam Creations, custom handmade accessories built for the loudest, proudest fans in the building. Whether you're backing a legend or leading your own faction, these pieces make sure you stand out when that camera swings your way. From spectator to certified superfan, it's time to walk to the ring in style. New drops coming soon. Find Hard Cam Creations on Etsy and follow at Hard Cam Creations on Instagram today.
Kicking out at 2 intern Ace Finley here. And before Michael and Tori hit the ropes and dive into the latest in the world of wrestling, let's tag in one of our show's partners, W Energy. If you're looking to fuel your grind, whether it's late night booking sessions, streaming, or just surviving Monday, W Energy's got your back. No crash, no jitters, just clean focus. Use code KICKINOUT, all one word, at checkout to get 10% off your order. Now let's get back to the show.
She's Days and Elusive Slay, from Chad Gable shocking unmasking to Brock Lesnar's future plans to AEW's championship shakeup and some major wrestling business news. Welcome to Kicking Out at 2. I'm Michael, and with me is the queen of hot takes, the sultan of side eyes, and the undefeated champion of keeping me honest, Tori. Hey, Tori, how are you doing?
What did I keep you honest on this time?
Well, you just call me out on my shit all the time, so.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Though I do get to call other people out on their shit, though.
It's a two-way street, though. If I did something, you would call me out, because that's what friends do. Like, we keep each other accountable.
That's true. That is.
We also give each other a fair amount of shit, so we've earned it 21 years, so.
Yeah, I think so. All right.
I apologize to everybody for stuffing my face. I just got home from the gym.
Chat wasn't loading there for a second. We already got people in. Saying hey to us.
Didn't load up the chat.
Saying hey to us. Nice to see you here. Appreciate you. We're going to go ahead and just get straight into it because we got a lot to talk about today.
New team, assemble!
Well, no, now it's News Team Assemble.
Oh, whatever.
Well, and I was on Point Taken this past weekend, which I won, by the way, for anybody that's curious. So,
well done. So we're back to back.
Yeah. Well, and he's already planning, like, you and me have to be on the same show now.
That's what he said. Me and Mob got to go too because we're 1-1.
Yeah. So that makes me a 3-time champ. 3-time. But anyway, so I was on there, and somehow Sped got everything to listen through StreamYard, and I know he's about to leave StreamYard, so I don't know if that matters, but I want to know how he did that, so we can. But anyway, where we're going here, original El Grande Americano is officially unmasked, and oh my God, it was Chad Gable this whole time.
I am shocked and dismayed by this revelation. I had no idea. I maybe the greatest thing that I can't go ahead anyway. That crowd was amazing though. That match was fucking fantastic. That crowd was incredible.
It was, and the reason this is our lead story today is because it combines everything that we love about wrestling. It's fan investment, it's comedy, it's storytelling. It's one of the hottest crowds I think we've seen all year. So it's amazing to be able to do this again. Carlos actually specifically on Point Taken, go back and watch that if you don't. He was mentioning like thank you to Mark for like letting us feel like a kid again, because it really was. It was like being able to enjoy sitting down and just enjoying wrestling, which we haven't been able to do in a while when it comes to a WWE product. But it's nice that we got to do that again.
The match was amazing. These two really have taken what was an absolute shit, racist, horrible gimmick and turned it into something amazing. If I'm Kaiser, don't ever take me out of Mexico.
Oh, for
Leave
sure.
me there.
He could live off of this gimmick past his wrestling career, because let's talk about that environment. We talked a little bit about it last week about like it's the kayfabe. They love kayfabe in Mexican wrestling, so he could hold on to that forever. He could be the masked guy forever. If you think about like Mil Mascaras, if you think about Blue Demon, no one knew what these guys looked like because they were the gimmick 24/7 every time they went out, and he could continue to do this forever. And then you end up with situations like we have with Vikingo right now, with Penta, not Penta, excuse me.
Ray Phoenix?
No. Chair swinging. Damn it, I can't think of the name. La Parca, thank you. La Parca, you have all these sons of gimmick. This is something that could be passed down from person to person to person when he's ready to hang it up. And now that AAA is in that WWE bubble, and then, I hate to bring money into it, but obviously he's going to get paid good for doing it.
Yeah.
So why not just hang out there and be this phenomenal talent? Because the crowd was insane for him. And the heat that Chad was getting, oh my God.
They hated that dude. Like, that was crazy.
Well, and then the juxtaposition, right? So he loses the match, he takes the mask off, he says who he is, how long he's been wrestling, that this isn't the end for him. He hopes to have a home in AAA. And as he's walking away and his credentials and stuff are up on the Titantron, which I guess is something I haven't seen an actual like AAA in Mexico mask versus mask. I'm guessing that's something that they do as far as like, now this is who this is, we're going to present that.
Right.
But the crowd cheering him on the way out of like,
Yeah.
they know that this wasn't a real thing. They understand that it was a Rudo versus like, they understand all of that. And in that last moment of him not being able to be Grande Americano anymore, he got the respect of all of them going, you gave us an amazing story.
So, yes. First of all, Gable and Kaiser fucking killed it.
Oh, best match I think they've had in
right now.
If not,
I've watched a lot of wrestling this year. To be fair, I haven't watched SmackDown. I didn't watch the whatever the thing was Sunday because I don't care. This may be match of the year.
I don't disagree. It's definitely up there for me. I would love to hear Stampede's take on it. Obviously, every year he ranks this stuff, so I'd love to see where he thinks that stands as far as match of the year so far. He actually asked a question here while we're talking about AAA. If we were to take 5 female talent from WWE and give them a run in AAA to boast that division, who are we going to send? My number one's going to be Bayley. Just having her down there, that presence in general is going to be a massive thing.
Number 2 is going to be Raquel Rodriguez.
That's where I was going with that too.
She would kill it down there. Number 3 is Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
Roxy would kill it down there. Number 4, Charlotte Flair.
Okay. I'm gonna say number 5, and it would be easy to say Stephanie Vakura. That would be the easy way out. Julia, I think her being down there,
Exactly where I was
reinventing
headed.
herself. I think that would be a good call for 5. So there's our 5, sir. Thanks for that question. That's a good question to think about, though, of who would we
I
send down there.
do. I want to touch on something that I've seen the past week or two on Twitter from the internet community. Stop saying The Undertaker can replace Triple H. Stop it. It's 1 hour, not 5.
Mhm.
1 hour.
Yeah.
So
Well,
what? 2, 3 matches, maybe?
Yeah. Well, and
Get out of here. Kiss my ass. Stop it.
Well, and I need to make sure people understand the reason that dynamic's so different is because, like, you have Mark, and Mark is presumably the head, so he's the Triple H of AAA. He's got under him Rey Mysterio, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, and I know you don't like the man, but I mean, we have to say that he's one of the greatest luchadors ever.
I can agree with it and still not like him.
Yeah. So, he can't raise a kid, but he's great in the ring. But him
You can kidnap a
being
kid
under him,
with his friend, but whatever.
yeah, him being under him, he understands the lucha style. He understands that environment so much. Triple H has people underneath him that honestly at this point are not helping. He's got Michael P.S. Hayes, which, like, genius in his day, right? But we're not getting a lot of feedback from him. Some of the best stuff we're hearing from new agents, people that hadn't been at, specifically the mass versus match. It was produced by Pete Dunne. So he produced that match.
Stop.
What the hell? Put him in charge of some shit. Have him run a Raw match or two.
Isn't he Rio or Bravo?
Yeah.
And the other one's Tyler Bate, isn't it?
Yep.
He produced that match?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Let's see. He says Chelsea, Bailey, Vakur, Julia, Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile wouldn't be a bad choice either. That absolutely. The only reason I don't say Vakur is because I think that's an easy. Like, obviously, if you put her down there, she's going to get over.
She's already over.
Get over.
If you were going to do any extras, I'd send Thea Hale down there. I think it'd be good for her.
Just for some fun, yeah. Honestly, I thought about, like, if TNA and WWE did an actual, like, talent trade for a little bit, I'd love to see her in TNA. I think her in the Knockouts division would be killer.
They haven't brought her up to Raw or SmackDown yet. I won't be surprised if she's on the next list of cuts. And if she is, great. Let her go do her thing, because she is entertaining as fuck.
She is. And I think she falls into that situation where, again, it's the people, it's the Bruce Pritchards, it's the Michael P.S. Hayes, it's those older heads around Trip that don't know what to do with a Thea Hale. And there's actually a name right there that I think added to it. Bobby said there, Jordan Grace, Natty, Candice LeRae, Meechin, and Nikki Blackheart. I'd love to see all those in AAA as well. That sounds all great. But Jordan Grace, I think that's another one. Like, she's been on the main roster for over a year, I think, at this point, and we haven't seen her do shit.
They're not doing anything with her.
And they don't know what to do with her. She's a short, stacked talent. And what do you do with that? But that's why I don't understand, though, because Triple H was around this time. She's Jazz. Do her like Jazz. Just have her be a badass that goes in there and just knocks the girls around because she can do it.
Here's the other side of that. She's a hybrid. She can get in there with anybody. It doesn't matter the style.
Yeah.
I need her to go in one time and knock Lash Legend on her ass. Because right now, to me, Lash is the muscle of that division.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a shot at Nia. It's just the fact that Lash is the one you see the most.
Right.
And that forearm she drops is ridiculous.
It is.
So have Jordan go in there and drop Lash. Show everybody what Jordan can do.
Yeah, for sure.
Or, because you're not doing anything with her. Let her go.
Yeah. Well, and have her chill back in TNA. Let her kill it back over there. Like, use that partnership to your advantage. Sonic, by God, is that a large?
Yes,
Hey, don't you normally have a Route 44?
I normally do. I am working on it. It's a process.
Well, you know, Coke Zero is no calories.
That's what's in that.
Get the roof.
I don't need all that caffeine this late. I'm already fucking tired. I'm hoping when we get done, I can go fucking crash.
That's valid. I've had trouble sleeping. And I
That's
think it's
20
because
minutes
of
on the
the calories
treadmill.
intake.
20 minutes on the treadmill today. I did Zumba yesterday for the first time. That shit is no joke. See, even God agrees. That shit is no joke.
Right. Chrissy just popped in, says, "Hey guys." Actually, she says, "He guys." I'm gonna assume it's "Hey guys."
She can't spell. It's fine. She's our special friend.
It's fine.
I don't have the chat pulled up because that was a lot of work.
That's fine. I'll spout out things that come by. But to get back to the match at hand, though, like as the original Grande Americano is coming out, they're already chanting Shorty G at him. There's
Is that what they were chanting?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Shorty G in Spanish. It was awesome.
Fantastic.
Los Americanos, Hermanos, which is
The Creed brothers.
coming out interfering. El Grande was put through an announce table. Other masked allies came down. We had Rayo and Bravo come down. That's the only part that I was kind of about, because they came down really late from where I think they could have come in.
Well, and honestly, I would have had them come in when the Creeds were by the announce table and come off the rail.
Yeah, come from the other way.
Yeah.
That's the thing, because like the Creeds weren't doing anything at that point. They were just standing at ringside at that point, and then they come down the aisle like rushing. It's like, well, what are you rushing for? Because
what are you, Jeff Hardy, when Matt's getting his ass beat? You're up at the top of the stage dancing? What are you doing?
Jeff Hardy.
That shit was so lit. That shit will never stop being funny.
Anyway, they even had a local comedian, Mexican comedian, Ojitos de Huevo.
I'm guessing that's something from previous interactions with Gable.
From what I understand, yes. Apparently, there was some interactions between those two. Apparently, Huevo had said some jokes about original Grande Americano, which caused a thing there.
Okay.
The cool thing about it is that he's blind, and so he had
Right.
the walking stick, and he started just swinging it. Like, what are you swinging at, man? Just whatever he hits, I guess. We had Pepe pop up as one of the music players. Mariachi, there we go. Yeah. Doing a guitar shot, which pays off the guitar shot from earlier, which is how it started off. I'm sorry, we got a guitar shot like right off the bat,
like before the match even started.
Yeah. Which I like how they made a big deal about it, but it's like it's a no disqualification match anyway. He could have done it after the match started and it would have been fine.
Well, but I kind of liked that it was before the match because it was unexpected. I wasn't expecting that. He just clocked him out of nowhere.
Yeah. But I mean, this is a long-term payoff, and I'm kind of glad that we're not going to be seeing this on WWE TV anymore, because they obviously did not know how to book it, because they booked it backwards. Because the entire time in AAA, we're having the new Grande Americano as the face, original as the heel. Then they start doing some matches on Raw, and they're flipping it, making no sense at all. Crowd kicking it, like they understood the assignment, but creative couldn't get that figured out for some reason. But Chad just continues to prove that he can literally do any gimmick. Because if you think about like the stuff he's had to deal with, he was with Glorious Bobby Roode for a little bit as a Glorious Chad. His original gimmick was like a fan with a towel, basically. He was trying to get to be Jason Jordan's partner, and he was so like psyched to do it, and he had the towel, Ready, Willing, and Gable, which was an idiotic thing to say, but he worked that off really well. Doing Shorty G, and he's even talked about that on the CVV podcast. of how much he hated that gimmick, but he's like, I kept asking week for week for something to do, and they finally gave me something to do. Of course, I'm going to give it 110% because I'm finally on TV.
Right.
Might as well. And as that gimmick, as dumb as it was slightly entertaining because it was Chad having some
Because
fun
he
with it.
made it entertaining. Like
Yeah.
how many times did he take shit and make it shine? Like,
Oh yeah. Like American Alpha, if you look at that on paper, that shit does not work. You got Otis, which was from Heavy Machinery.
oh
You got
yeah,
Tozawa,
no.
and then you've got Chad Gable. And it's like none of this really makes sense, but he made it make sense.
Are we talking about that from Raw?
What?
Otis and Maxine?
Oh, we can. Let's get through this real quick,
Okay.
and then we'll bring that up since it's all Chad adjacent.
Right.
I guess it just leads to say like AAA under WWE's umbrella, and I'm assuming not TKO's. Like TKO is probably in the hierarchy of it, but I think AAA, much like NXT, is kind of flying under the radar because it's not something really affecting TKO's bottom line. They're not having to worry about the Netflix stuff and the Fox stuff. They're not having to worry about all that stuff with those two products. So you guys are kind of doing what you can do, and we're just not going to pay. Almost like Vince back in the day. He didn't give a shit about NXT either. But it does seem to be
that was when NXT was the best thing they fucking had.
Yeah, it does seem to be that AAA is dramatically different, though. It is higher stakes. It's higher quality. They are beefing it up, but we're keeping that lucha heart inside of it, which is weird to say considering it's a German dude playing an American dude playing a Mexican dude, and an American dude playing a Mexican dude that obviously wasn't a Mexican dude, and those are the luchadors we're talking about. And War Machine winning the tag titles, which I'm fine with, by the way. I'm not one of those who are like, oh my god, you're killing the business, but
wait, what?
Yeah, War Machine won their tag titles in the same night. They beat Psycho Clown and Paragano. I think that's
okay. Like,
but the story they told in that, though, I think that's what people are missing about it. This was the one set of tag titles of any company they've been in that they hadn't won the tag titles. So now every company they've been in, they've had the tag titles.
Okay, that's fucking awesome.
That was the story, is that this was the one that was eluding them. So
that's awesome.
That and we were paying off the Psycho Clown story because those two have been at it for months. It's not that big a deal. I don't think we're killing AAA just because they won it. We'll see what happens now that they have it, and they may kill it. But anyway, so yeah, Chad adjacent stuff. So we've got Maxine, who is talking about Austin Theory again.
Well, she complained to Pierce that she wasn't in Queen of the Ring. Mm-hmm. Fair complaint.
Fair complaint.
Because Liv shouldn't be there, neither should Soruka. Yeah. Neither one of them should be there.
I'm more okay with Soul because she's the IC champ.
I am too, but
Liv being in there because she wants it all, don't.
And Jade shouldn't be in there because you've just lost twice. She's complaining that she's been overlooked. Pierce is like, if something happens, you're next in line. Otis and Tozawa are standing there. They're like, that sucks, basically. And then Otis brings up Theory, and she basically bites his head off and tells him in no uncertain terms to mind his own business.
Yep. Damn business.
I am really interested to see where they're going with this.
Yeah, I think obviously she's going to end up with Theory. Now, whether that means she ends up in Vision or not, if Vision's still a thing at that point. But I think obviously they're doing something to put them together. They're dating behind the scenes for those that aren't aware.
Are they?
From my understanding, they are.
Okay.
I've seen unsubstantiated rumors of that, but I have seen rumors dating before this happened.
Okay.
So it does seem to be that may be a thing. But yeah, it's cool that Maxine's getting something that she kind of bite her teeth into again, because we had her do this wonderful run against Becky, and then just kind of a call after that.
She's another one that I wouldn't be shocked if when they do another round of cuts
Mhm.
if she's
She's
not
not
one of
showing.
them.
It's unfortunate.
I'm blurry. It is what it is.
It's okay. Some of the people watching this are probably high, and you look clear to them, so that's what matters. Um, but yeah, just to kind of bring it back to the Grande Americano thing, like this goofy storyline that I think you and I both kind of complained about when it first started, of like, oh, they're gonna do the Spider-Man meme and all this bull, like, oh my god, they're gonna do this bullshit, turned into one of the most entertaining things that I've seen in a WWE product in a while. It's
Yep.
so crazy. Um, Egg on my face, for lack of a better term, for thinking that that wasn't going to turn out right. But who would have thought that me and Mark Calloway would be able to book AAA so well that I'd rather watch it than Raw. Uh,
Yeah, I thought it was interesting and smart at the same time of them to put that on after Raw. That's how you get and you talk about it during Raw. That's how you get a ton of eyes on that product.
yeah, for them to do like basically a recast of it right after Raw, and it wasn't like, and that this is the thing I enjoyed about it. It wasn't like it shut off and you had to go and look for it. It was literally attached to Raw. So if you kept Raw on, it just kept going.
That is one of my biggest complaints when they do Dynamite and Collision. They stop Dynamite and go to Collision, and you have to go to it.
Yeah.
Why?
Just have a
They
split
may be
screen
different
to,
shows, but if I'm watching one, just keep it rolling.
well, so it's two different shows, but like I think of um, Raw for that short period of time where hour 1 and hour 2 were two different shows. They were both Raw, but it was like the first hour was like the PG, the after was where it got a little bit more raunchy
Right.
and raw.
Yeah.
I think of that like it is two different shows, but it's the same show. Like you're doing the same thing, just lead it into it. It's fine. But you just understand that there's a cut here. Um, even make it go dark for a second so you can start the
Right.
show off right. Whatever. But yeah, don't make us back out and go back in, especially in that service, because I don't know about you, but I am not happy with HBO Max because it's hard to find AEW
I'm
wrestling.
I'm really interested to see what they do when that contract's up. I'm kind of hoping they do WWE Network type thing.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Um, Brock Lesnar's not done. Supposedly he has another match. That's all I'm talking about. That. Um,
It's gonna be SummerSlam. It's in Minnesota. Like
yeah.
it's a given.
We report the news here. That was in the news.
Move on.
There you go.
Fuck that guy. Move on.
So speaking of someone else that might have another thing, there was rumor and innuendo that they could bring Santino back home. So kind of one of the most fun pitches that have been around lately. WWE Creative reportedly pitched bringing in Santino Marella for Clash in Italy, which makes
Aren't they in Italy when he beat Umaga?
yeah.
That's funny.
So it would have been fun to bring him back in, but it, like his debut happened in Italy. He famously defeated Umaga for the Intercontinental Championship at the time, thanks to Bobby Lashley. He currently works with TNA, and we have that partnership between the two. I mean, obviously the pitch didn't happen, but it would have been fun. Like he was there in the crowd, but like they didn't do anything with him. It would have been fun for him to hop in, like have someone out there running their mouth, and he pops in as like the person that's going to come take the challenge of whoever's in the ring running their mouth, and he beats them, and just kind of mirror.
That would have been pretty
him beating
fantastic.
Umaga. Something like that. It would have been fun. I understand WWE, we don't do fun anymore, so we're not gonna do that. But it is what it is. It would have been a fun little thing. And honestly, Italy deserved a Cobra, at least one. Even if it's just like he popped out and did it to someone who was about to interfere or something. It would have been fun. All from a guy who's not actually.
Canadian,
Yes.
but he still has a really strong, a decent accent.
Yeah. Natty, breaking down barriers once again. So she had her book that she did, The Last Heart Beating. It is now being looked at to possibly become a movie. So they're thinking about doing an autobiography movie for her story. Multiple industry names are said to be interested in adapting that story together. An A-list production company that has not been named is reportedly actually looking at that involvement as well. So it does seem to be like it's getting a lot of tractions, which I'm surprised of, but I'm happy about, because I wouldn't think that Hollywood would be looking at Natty and going, "Let's make her story a big movie."
But her story is it's pretty interesting. Like,
It is.
so I can see it, and I who would play Natty though is the question.
Yeah, it would be tough
She's
to
not
do that.
playing herself.
Um, Jordan Grace. Um, man,
You're not wrong.
that would be kind of fun. Uh, the Hart family story is like full of wrestling history, drama, tragedy, triumph, and with her being, aside from a couple of undisclosed hearts that we don't talk about anymore out in the indies, she's the last heart. She
Yeah.
is it. She's the last one from the dungeon. Obviously, her and TJ have now kind of reformed and have started the dungeon themselves as well. So they'll have a lineage that goes on from that. But as far as the original, like in Stu's basement, like she's the last one from it. So it is an interesting story. I'm just surprised it got picked up like that. That's especially with an A-list studio that wants to do that. I did actually. You stepped ahead of what I was going to talk about.
My bad.
That's okay. So I have 3 questions. Who would
Okay.
play Natty? Who would play Brett? Who would play Owen? I already know who would play Neidhart. Jack Black.
Yeah, I can see that.
Or Hauser. Hauser.
Ooh, that would be solid.
He knows how to wrestle some, so.
Right. Natty? Gosh.
Guys in the chat, throw your thoughts in there too of who
I
you
can't
think it would be.
think of who would make a good Natty. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. That's
You know who comes to mind, and it may just be biased because I'm currently going through the series. The girl who played Sarah in The Arrow.
Sarah Lance.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think she'd be kind of good.
Uh,
I think she could beef up a little bit. She's got kind of the right height, right stature, and just if she
Katie.
beefed up a little bit.
Shit. Katie something is her name, and I can't think of.
And I I want to say this, and it's going to sound really mean. I worry that she's too pretty. I don't mean that as Natty's not pretty, because Natty's gorgeous, but Natty doesn't have a socially attractive face. And I wonder if that girl's a little too pretty in the face.
You know who could play Natty?
Who's that?
Emily Bett Rickards.
What's she in?
She was. That's Felicity Smoke.
Oh shit.
She was in Queen of the Ring.
She was. I think she's too. I think she's too thin for that though.
I mean, bulk her up a little.
Maybe a little too tall too. I don't
Uh,
know.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
It doesn't.
Katie Lotz. That's her name. I couldn't think of her last name.
The girl from Thunderbolts. That was Black Widow's
Florence
sister.
Pugh.
Yeah.
Florence Pugh.
I kind of think that maybe.
She'd kill that.
Because like she's got that kind of like it. It's not the conventionally attractive face. She's about the right stature. She's already kind of built because she's doing the Avengers. because that's got to be part of her story, in my opinion, because she had to get past the fact that she wasn't a Barbie doll, and that's why
Yeah.
early on Vince didn't put her over, because she was just this kind of stocky wrestler girl. It wasn't someone that they could put in a bikini and strut her out there.
Right. I mean, you could have,
You could, yeah.
but he wouldn't.
He wouldn't, because she wasn't the normal Barbie doll type. Brett?
I'm pretty sure you could get a cardboard cutout and it'd be exactly the same.
Fair enough. Since it can be older, Brett. Geez, I don't know.
Stephen Amell.
Okay, yeah. Because he can do that blank look on his face.
Yep. He did it with Oliver Queen a lot.
He did. And then Owen, got to be a little younger seeming. Kind of goofy. This totally isn't a joke answer, but if he was younger, like if we were talking about this like 10 years ago, Owen Wilson
Yeah.
would have been good for it. Because he's goofy, he has the nose. What? Owen had a honker. Like, that was the whole joke.
It's not that. It's the fact that the first thing I heard in my head was Jason Sensation.
Coffee in Colombia. Woo!
Smell of coffee all the way in Brazil. That was the first thing that ran through my head when you said his name. And I'm like, you said that about his nose, and I'm like, oh God. No.
Anyway. All right. I think we've spent enough time talking about who would do those. If you have any thoughts there in the chat, or people watching on VOD, throw in who you think would be Natty, Brett, and Owen in the Natty biopic. AJ Styles. Gotta say his name right. He wants to build the next generation. He went on record saying that he actually wants to do like a Natty TJ Wilson dungeon. He wants to do that himself. So having like a down and dirty facility to train people how to be wrestlers. Wants to be more hands-on. Like, obviously the role he's in a role where he's supposed to go around to local talent and other companies and try to find new talent for WWE. He's actually wanted to be more hands-on with that and actually mold some future people rather than just picking them out of a crowd, which I find who better to do it than someone like an AJ Styles.
I would rather see him get with TJ and Natty and just work there.
I don't disagree. But I will say that changes a little bit, because obviously Natty and TJ, and we've seen that from like the tapes and the showings that they've done of what they're doing in the dungeon. They're keeping it very technical, succinct, all that.
True.
I don't think that's how AJ would be teaching.
Once we know, the other side of it is, if he's going to do it, don't do it in the South. You need to get out of the South, put one of those in the middle of the country, or even the West Coast.
I was thinking middle of the country. If you go like maybe top north of Kansas, somewhere in there, kind of in the middle, so everywhere is within a couple of hours if you do it right. Obviously not everywhere a couple hours, but it's easier for everyone from around the United States to get there. Plus, there's nothing in Kansas, so you'll be the most popular thing there. I remember driving by there one time. There was a sign that said Kansas, the wheat state. Oh, that's all you have to be proud of. Awesome.
We have nothing. Look, Oklahoma, we have people that were criminals. That's what we're literally the Sooner state. Like they were literally criminals. We've lived up to that with our current administration here in the state too.
Yeah. We'll go on from there. AJ has become obviously in his later years one of most respected veterans that have walked away, especially the way he walked away. We talked a little bit about Cody saying that maybe shouldn't have retirements like we do now. It shouldn't be just cut dry. I'm retired. There should be comeback things he's used to from when he was younger. Of like, how many times did Dusty retire? How many times did Terry Funk retire? And then came back and had another run. AJ actually calling it quits and saying, "I'm done. I'm happy with where I am." So much so that he wouldn't even go to the storyline that we all thought it was going to be of him going to the final WrestleMania. He cut it off on a pay-per-view before that because, like, I'm done. I'm happy with where I am.
I wasn't happy with it, but if he's happy, meh.
Yeah, none of our business. But obviously that's also got him a lot of prestige as far as with people in the business because he was able to walk away, literally, and figuratively. So good on him. I think if he ran his own school, I think it'd be great. I
think he would do well.
Especially because, like, if you think about it, the people he could bring in, because you bring in the Good Brothers, anybody from Bullet Club in that era that is winding down their career, could probably nudge Finn when he's about done. Like the people you could get in to bring prestige to the school, first of all, but also the people you could chunk out with that group of people, would be insane.
Well, but I mean, look at the people that are working with TJ and Natty. It's the same type of thing.
Yeah.
It just gives those guys somewhere else to go when Raw's in Kansas City. Doc and Montez can roll over to AJ's.
Yeah.
When it's in Tampa, they can roll over to Natty. I'm fine with this. Like these people that know what they're doing, let them be those people. Like I'm great with it. He's got the knowledge. Let him pass it on.
Yeah, why not? All right. You talked about it a little bit. I thought you were going to blow the story for me. So business talks, obviously, are the most exciting thing about wrestling right now. Not really, but AEW officials reportedly aren't worried about the potential WBD and Paramount Skydance future. Tony Khan said specifically that he's very optimistic about continuing that relationship. Sources indicate that Khan does view Paramount involvement favorably. So he does think it's going to be something that he can go on forward. It does seem to be that means then, like to your point of maybe doing a WWE network type of thing, it does seem to be that may not be what he has in mind for his own product. Obviously, he's talked about adding in like a lot of the indie scene into it, which good on him. That's fine too. But I would like to have something where I could go to all the AEW stuff at the same place and not have to bounce around.
I'm sure that once some of those contracts start to run out, he's going to go. Enough people are talking about this.
Yeah.
That he's going to go, okay, there's enough people going, hey, let's put this on our network. Let's move Collision there.
Yeah.
See how it does.
Bring back Dark. Dark was great.
That would not be a bad thing either. Or move ROH over there.
Or, I mean this as a slide, and I also mean this in seriousness. Or the 15 matches he puts on extra because he's not ready to go home. Put those.
That's fair too. Look.
We're gonna have another match.
If you all have never been to Dynamite, if you have never been to a Dynamite, they have a match or two before Dynamite. Dynamite is 2 hours. After Dynamite, it just depends on Tony's mood. Both the times we went, there was at least 2 to 3 other matches, and we're both like, Motherfucker, it's 11 o'clock.
Yep. And we've talked to people. I won't say names obviously because I don't want to call those people out or maybe get them in trouble. But there are people that have said like they've said that to Tony like man, we want to go home.
We tired, bro.
Come on, man. It's 3 in
Like,
the morning. Stop it.
4 in the morning, Grandma. You win. That's an inside joke for the bank cook. Sitting on Baltic with crap. Go ahead.
Baltic Avenue bullshit.
I haven't busted that out in a minute. Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to listen to some Dane Cook later. But anyway, so it does look like he's gonna stay with that. Not that it's a bad move. I mean, because if you think about it, Paramount is rich with wrestling history. It had ECW, it had WWE, it's had TNA, like it's had everybody.
It's a huge wrestling. It's a huge space.
So it's not bad to have on it. Sources do say that MJF had a long support to the idea. Like he thinks it's a great idea if they stay with Paramount, which I mean it gets him in more homes. So
with
bad
that,
idea for the wrestlers.
With that, American Gladiators, the more talent they have going to do Hollywood things, is a smart move. Stay there.
Yeah, because then you put those on Paramount as well, and then you get to double dip a little. Speaking of other things, Darby Allin, his title run, people were a little bit afraid of him having a world title run because he is on the smaller side. He is more wild with how he wrestles. He doesn't wrestle a traditional style. He does more of the crash stuff like Foley used to do. But some people with AEW are reporting that they did question his title run initially, but after the reign ended, a lot of them changed their minds of their thought of his title reign. They ended up liking it versus being skeptical. MJF being one of those people, he said he very much supported the idea of Darby getting it. He was a pillar, one of the founders of AEW. He was there early on. So him getting that opportunity to be the flag bearer for a little bit. Plus they've been pushing him that direction for so long. You put him with Sting. Why? To give him that prestige, to bring him to a level to be that kind of guy. And then even at Sting's, last time in there before he officially retired, him getting out there and saying he will be your world champ someday. Well, now that has to pay off at some point then, because you're not going to have him go out there and say that if it doesn't happen.
So, yeah, I'm all for the Darby run. At first, I'm like, okay, what are we going to do with this? That boy went out there 40 days. He had the title, had like 9 title defenses.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Well, it's essentially having an open challenge, which we've seen open challenges, obviously, with a lot of mid cards. Very rare we've seen open challenges for a world title.
It's never been done.
That every week have a match when you're the world champ.
Twice a week.
Yeah, you could rest on your laurels a little bit and only fight on the pay-per-view or whatever. Or if you're Roman, fight every half a year.
So now we've had Darby and MJF as the champ. We need Sammy and Jack Perry. The four pillars at some point should touch the title.
I don't disagree. Jack Perry, I think he's ready for it. I think his scapegoat character lifted him up to a place where he could hold the title for a minute. I still need Sammy to step out somewhere
but Sammy's done the best he can with what he's been given.
I don't disagree. I
think his TNT championship runs were fantastic.
Yeah, I think the reason the other three, and even just to say the lesser, the two specifically, Darby and MJF, I think the reason that they are so prominent in what they're doing is because they are behind their own. They're taking that opportunity that they have in AEW of him to go out there and say, do your thing. And they give him an option to swing for the fences, and maybe they crash out, maybe they don't. And they both have hit, wonderful strides in that. Sammy hasn't done that yet. And I don't know if that's them giving him the stuff or he's thinking that going out there with flashcards is a great idea. I don't know. But he just hasn't hit that idea yet.
Sammy went through the injury, and it was a big one.
Yeah.
I don't think he's hit what he can do since.
No. And when he got back, they immediately tried to stick him in a tag team with Dustin. Now he's,
Which was
I
fine.
think he's in another tag team now.
He's with LFI.
Yeah. So I mean, you're just kind of sticking him with people at this point. Have him stand out on his own for a little while. Give me at least a TBS run. Like, give me something for him to
TNT.
build. TNT, excuse me. That's right. That's not the hose title. I say that because it says hose. It says hose on the front of it. Cannot tell me any different. If you look at that title, it says hose. It is no disrespect to the wonderful ladies who have won that title, but it does say hose on the front of it. They need to separate the T and the B a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
I like how you were just looking at me. You're like, what the did you just say?
The way we are about to have our first argument on air.
You bald son of a yeah. That's the only reason I say that is because it does look like it says hose on the front of it.
It does. You're not wrong.
So
You're fine.
Specifically that it's a women's title, you should probably space that out a little bit. Because it does look like the host title.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, Sammy Guevara is a national champ. I'd be good with that too, Bobby. Bobby brings that up.
Yeah.
So that would be good too. Give him some sort of mid-card big run. That way he could start to kind of tiptoe into that main card.
And I'm okay if he wins the title off a fluke or off an interference. I don't care how he gets it. It's what he does with it. And I need him to roll out there and be like, who wants some? Come get it.
I almost need him, and not that I want them to copy WWE, because God forbid we reuse storylines. Have him be kind of a cheating face. Have him get away with some shit. And see if the fans can love him for it. Because I think he's got that attitude where if he was to flip his foot on the rope and win the title, I'd be all right with that.
Yeah.
He's just like, what? I didn't do nothing.
I'm okay with him doing it as a heel. He plays a great heel.
I am too. I'm just saying he's got that personality. I think he could do that as a face.
Yeah.
And it would be just as good. Him winning the crowd behind him because he's finding sneaky ways to win against people like, Wardlow when he comes back.
Right.
Lashley. Like big dudes, and he's finding some way to just eke this out. It'll be kind of fun. Speaking of that title, we found out that it's going to be a survival of the fittest for the TBS Championship.
I don't know what that is.
So it is an ROH staple. It is something they did a lot in there. So it's 6 qualifying matches will take place. The winners will advance to a 6-person elimination final.
It's what they just did for Athena's title.
Yeah, so that's what they're going to do with that. I do like it. I think a 6-way to end it is really kind of fun. That's a lot more bodies in there that you're having to try to work around and take a look at. Plus, the women they have in there are stacking up to be a great.
Have they announced the brackets?
So a couple of people have already went through. Athena got in. She was one of the people. I haven't honestly looked. I haven't been able to sit down and watch AEW in a couple of weeks, so I don't know if there's more than that. I saw Athena got in though. My question to you is, who should win? I already have my opinion on it.
There's a lot of options here. I think Ty J is winning the tag titles, which is long overdue. So that takes them out of the equation.
Tay J being back together.
I'm so
one of them really were doing anything.
Right. They're a great team. They're the first women's tag team. Like, they should have these tag titles. They should have a long run. I don't want to see Megan Bayne or Lena Cross anywhere near this tournament. Like, no, don't do it.
Because you're booking them as monsters, and if you put a monster in this, then it becomes predictable. The monster's
you're kind of stuck. Win. Yeah, you're kind of stuck. Who wins it?
like I said, I already have who I want to win it.
Karu Shida.
Sheeta would be good, especially now that we've kind of got heel Sheeta.
That's why.
That would be kind of a good call. Honestly, I think Shafir. He has done so much work.
I would rather have Thunder Rosa win it and then Marina Chase. Because if anybody can go submission for submission with Marina, it's probably Thunder Rosa.
Probably. I will say another selfish pick is I'd love Nyla to come back and become a 2-time TBS champ. I think that'd be great for her as well. Bobby says Queen Aminata. That's not a bad pick either.
Sign me up for all of that.
Yeah, seeing her win that title and have the final be her and Sky. Have them be the last two.
Let them beat the absolute hell out of each other.
That'd be
Sky Blue wouldn't be a bad choice either.
Wouldn't be at all. No.
I don't know that you want two titles in the Triangle of Madness.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, because we've kind of got this dynamic already that her and Hart are the tag team of that faction.
Yeah.
I don't want two singles titles in that group yet, unless they were to expand.
There's a number of people that could be in this tournament that'd be fantastic. Even if they're not in the final match, put Julia in there. She's healthy. Julia Hart.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Red Velvet from ROH. Like, there's a number of people that you could do stuff with, even in losses as part of the tournament to get in. So I think there's a ton of options here. I'd love to see a bracket and see who's got what, but Aminata's a great choice. I don't know who said it, but that is a great.
Bobby said that.
Yeah, that's a great choice.
Absolutely. He also says Queen Aminata versus Gabby would be a good, awesome match, and I don't disagree with that at all either.
Sign me up, okay? Look, I am still just so amped up after that interview. I've messaged her a couple times. We've talked a few times. Like,
that's awesome. I love when I look on there and she has retweeted something I've said or she's liked something I've said, and I'm like, oh my god, like I have quasi a friend wrestler. That's cool. All right,
right? That part. It's an acquaintance, but she'll be here in July. I'm so excited for that shit too.
Yeah, and especially now that we guaranteed to get the tickets and all. Like we're going. Like cool. It's gonna be so fun. Anyway, we can digress on that all day. But I like this. I think it's a nice spin on the tournament. It has prestige coming from ROH. I need them to explain it a little bit more on the main roster so we can understand it better.
It makes that title feel more important.
Yeah,
that's what it does.
Yeah, absolutely. We are almost done with the news, I promise, and the rest of the show will fly by, I promise. QT Marshall, he did have an injury back in the Double or Nothing 0 hour. He was carted off during that match a little bit. He is expected to be okay. Backstage reports indicate that he was fine after the show. Didn't plan on missing any bookings or anything like that. So it does look like he's good to go, but they were worried a little bit that he got his bell rung while he was out there. And speaking of AAA, we'll kind of go all roundabout. We started with AAA, we'll end with AAA. There are summer plans taking shape already for the next big event in the summer. That's what, even after that, like they're talking about now, a summer plan for Verano de
Escudero.
Sure.
I don't know what it says, so
I don't know. At some point I'll hear them say it, and then that'll happen. That event looks like it could land around July 25th. However, Triple Mania expansion may still alter those plans because they are talking about making that kind of a bigger deal. I would assume probably one because Triple Mania has always been a big thing, but the other thing is you kind of have it tied in with your big thing already. You have WrestleMania, Triple Mania, and then kind of easy to promote that. So I could see them trying to make that a full weekend thing like they did WrestleMania, which may change that plan out a little bit. TKO appears committed to making AAA a more structured premium event product now. versus kind of the showing shows when they show shows type of thing like they have in the past. It'll be interesting to see how the WWE and TKO influence affects AAA. See if it affects it any differently than it did with WWE, because obviously the WWE product has gotten worse in a lot of people's opinion. Hopefully they don't do that with AAA as well.
That show on AAA drew, I just saw it, 2 million viewers. That's crazy numbers.
Yep. I'd be interested in if Stampede's still in the chat. I'm sure he's already got the numbers ready to go. I would be interested to see the same level of event before what it drew. Like, to do the comparison of
Gotcha.
to see if it's better. That is a lot of numbers, but I wonder if they were already doing that.
Fair question.
All right, it is time for my favorite question to ask.
Who's better than Canyon?
Who better? Tonight we're stepping into one of the most diverse, trailblazing pools in wrestling history, because as you can see on the shirt here, a bandit shirt today to celebrate Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. We are going to spotlight this month LGBTQ wrestlers in our Who Bettas from across every corner of the industry, from indie darlings, global TV stars. It's all about the impact, the legacy, and the presence in and out of the ring. As Tori's going to make the final call in this one, 10 names enter. One survives the gauntlet. Time to go Who Betta. First one. Effie. Wonderful.
Okay.
Effie. Everybody loves Effie.
Fantastic.
Unless he's facing Izzy, in which case Izzy will whoop his ass. But that's
Right.
a whole other conversation.
Anytime.
Effie versus one of our favorites, Nyla Rose.
Nyla.
Nyla
She may run this.
She might. I put her in that first matchup because it may be the first one that runs the gauntlet.
Right.
Nyla Rose, Orlando Jordan.
He got a really bad rap. That dude could wrestle. It's still Nyla.
I agree. It's still Nyla. I think Orlando Jordan would have been a bigger deal later because the gimmick he had there's towards the end of the kind of androgynous, weird character, which almost akin to, and I don't want to necessarily compare the two because of where he is now, but Patrick Clark as Velveteen Dream, kind of same vein.
That dude was so talented. Fucked it all up.
Yeah, he was so good. All right, Nyla Rose. We're still on Nyla Rose against the Pride himself, Anthony Bowens. Which, side note, that would just be a good match in general. I'd love to see those two scrap a little bit.
Right. I gotta stay with Nyla. Love Anthony Bowens. Again, hella talented. I just have a personal love for Nyla.
Yeah. And now that they got him in the ops, I think we're going to see a whole different side.
And if we're going to get him in a Hook, okay.
Yeah. Nyla Rose versus Sunny Kiss.
Oh, fuck. He is amazing. I love Sunny. Nyla.
Okay. I don't know if you know who this is, but the name that popped up. Nyla Rose versus Cassandro.
I don't know that one.
Okay.
Can you replace them with somebody else right now? I can think of like 15 people off the top of my head.
Hold on. I got one. Nyla Rose. It's weird. Out of my head. Why not Gabby? We'll throw Gabby in there. Why not?
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that when I said replace them. I love Nyla, but it's Gabby.
Okay. Gabby Forza, speaking out to his second ever interview, against Giselle Shaw.
Quintessential diva. She's so good in the ring too.
Yeah.
I gotta stick with Gabby.
Have to prove that we're still here.
With difference and change.
Not a Rose.
No.
Oh,
Gabby.
Oh, Gabby. You're right. Gabby
I think-
versus Sonya Deville.
Daria is amazing. I'm sticking with Gabby.
Okay. Gabby versus Jake Atlas.
Who is Jake Atlas?
AEW for a minute. Big dude.
Sure. It's Gabby.
Okay. Gabby versus the last one, Brad Rosser, also known as Darren Young.
Darren Young. Millions of dollars. It's loyalty. I gotta stick with Gabby.
All right.
Had it been anybody but her, Nyla would have run the table. Had it been anybody but Gabby, Nyla would have run the table.
Gabby runs in with the Money in the Bank.
Yep.
Pulls this out of nowhere.
She did.
We started with 11 voices, styles, legacies that helped push wrestling forward in their own way, but only one made it through the entire climb to the top. Whether it was charisma, in-ring work, or pure presence itself, the final decision always comes down to who is left in the biggest mark in this moment. And with that, Gabby is full better.
I'm gonna need Gabby and Nyla to get in the ring now because I need this match.
That's
That shit would be so fire, and I wouldn't know who to cheer for, so I'm just gonna cheer for both because I would fucking love every second of that.
All right. We're gonna run through this real quick.
In here is
Oh, I meant to turn off the slides. Go ahead and do slides for it this time. Pardon me. Just real quick. There we go. Slides are away. I don't know if you watched anything. You and I haven't discussed any.
I did.
Indie things that you watched. You want to go through what you've watched real quick, and then I'll talk about what I watched.
I actually watched a couple of things, but I watched the GCW show from Italy, I think it was.
Okay.
I'm trying to find it so I can
Probably a
make sure.
better show than WWE.
I mean, they were there like the week before, but GCW Live in Milan, they tape delayed it. It was interesting because most of the talent that the GCW people wrestled were local talent there.
Oh, that's a different twist.
It was definitely interesting. It wasn't a bad show. I enjoyed it. But there was a lot of people I didn't know, so it made it a little harder to get into it.
Yeah.
I caught something on IWTV too. Let me find that one.
You know what might have helped that? And I don't know if they did this or not because I didn't watch it, obviously, but you could tell me if they did or not. Do you remember the original NXT stupid game show version?
Yeah.
The thing I did like about those were the little vignettes that they did when they introduced the people. If they had done something like that for the local talent.
Yeah, I think it would have helped.
Just a quick little, here's their name, here's their story.
Right. I watched something else. What the fuck did I watch?
Here, while you're looking that up, I'll go through mine real quick. I watched the first episode back of MLW Fusion.
How was it?
It was great. It was a 2-hour event. Definitely worth the 2 hours. It opened up with Shotzi versus Priscilla Kelly. Shotzi and Priscilla killed it. It was absolutely wonderful. Of course, they've had like a million matches against each other at this point.
Right.
But it was great. Shotzi won it and then immediately turned around and called out the MLW Women's World Featherweight Champion, Shoko Nakajima, who then subsequently, just a couple of minutes later, there was word that she accepted the challenge. So Shotzi's now going to face the women's featherweight champ. I do like the fact that they call it featherweight champ. It's a little different.
I like that they have like different weight classes. I'm here for this.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool little thing. I like there being some difference there. Next was Scarlett Bordeaux versus Aaliyah James. Aaliyah James, I didn't know who she was to start.
She's young.
She's really young. She reminds me a lot of like Kalani Jordan when Kalani first started.
Okay.
I was like what she's doing in the ring.
Okay.
So really kind of fun to see her. Seeing Scarlett in the ring again was great. I love the fact that we're finally getting to see her wrestle again, and not just be arm candy on the side of it. Scarlett did win that. I love the fact that she does essentially the what does Hangman call it?
The buckshot?
No,
The Deadeye.
The Deadeye. She essentially does the Deadeye, and when she does it, she pops back up and like she pops up into a straddle position to pin. So it was a cool little transition she did. But the thing I really loved about it is, for the first time ever, I think they called her Scarlet Cross, and just that little addition made the world to me. Of like, oh, you really are now solidifying that this is a thing.
I love that. I love that she's been Scarlett Bordeaux forever.
Yeah.
But it's a good, I mean, we all know they're married. Obviously, she's been with him forever. It's a good way to tie them together a little more. I'm here for that.
Yeah, that's really good.
And as long as she's good with that and that's what she wants, fantastic.
Yeah. Little change, little freshness, a little new paint a coat, as they say.
Aaliyah James was born in 97. I graduated high school in 94.
I graduated 3 years after she was.
She'll be 30. So she's 29.
Yeah.
Killing it. Nice. Love it.
Next was Austin Aries versus To the Moon, Trevor Lee. Trevor Lee looking fantastic, in great shape. He's clean cut now. Still has a little bit of stubble. He doesn't have the big bushy beard, but like cut his hair, looking trim, really nice. And as much as I hate him, Austin Aries is still amazing. Like, in the ring, not many can touch him.
No.
Not a big fan of him, obviously, because of the past with unprofessionalism. But from my understanding of everything I've read, he's turned it around, wanting to do this last run right. And so good. Absolutely.
Good for him.
Let's do that. Let's get that back. Aries immediately then called out Blue Panther afterward, teasing a national open weight championship program. So
Blue Panther, like the old dude that Brian Danielson was rolling out there a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. He's still at it.
Isn't he like 807?
I mean,
he's like
he looks good for 807.
And doesn't he need to go watch Wakanda? Like, what the fuck?
Jesus. Next was
I was on a roll. I just kept going.
Next was the Good Brothers versus Gallus, which was good to see Gallus in the ring again.
That's awesome.
That was just a back and forth bomber of just like a fight. Ended with a magic killer.
Okay.
It was good there. The whole premise of this, though, is earlier in the night, the Skyscrapers caught the Good Brothers coming in, and there was a scrap. So for this match, the Skyscrapers were on commentary, and Dijak
and Dyer.
Yeah,
nice.
Dijak was killing it on commentary.
Dijak is hilarious.
But so they had a little scrap after that too. Yeah, Dijak on comedy was just hilarious. It was he wasn't trying too hard. It was just funny for the sake of being funny. It was great. Next was Diego Hill, which is a really young kid, versus Adam Brooks, which remind me.
Adam Brooks has been on AEW, hasn't he?
Has he been? I don't know. The diametric styles in this match was amazing, because you had this young kid Diego Hill, which was trained by, if I remember right, get my notes just to make sure.
Oh no, Adam Brooks is from Australia.
Okay. I didn't write it in my notes. I think he was trained by Blue Panther. Yeah, there it is. There it is in my notes. So he was trained by Blue Panther. But he reminds me very much like a Javon Evans, Leon Rush, like that type of character. Really good in the ring, really smooth. Adam Brooks was no nonsense, Like there was no wrestling with him. It was a lot of just beating him down.
I put Adam Brooks into Google because I didn't know who he was. The first match that comes up is Austin Aries from 10 months ago. The second one is Speedball from 2023. The fourth one is Mustafa Ali. Like, okay, this dude's got in the ring with some people. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, I have to check that out tomorrow.
Yeah, both of them were great. The only thing that got me is Diego's really young, and I think he was getting way ahead of himself because the finish was supposed to be a corkscrew, and he missed Adam by a mile. And Adam still sold it. And,
too much of a hurry.
Yeah. So I mean, didn't really set himself to where he could get it.
Okay.
Slowed that down a little bit, but like the corkscrew was beautiful.
Shit happened.
If Adam would have just been a little further back, it would have looked amazing. They did great on the camera angle though. They immediately shot then from behind, so you could still see that he missed, but not as bad. They cut that camera really quick. It was fun. Then there was a debut of a girl named Zamaya.
I've heard of her.
So, Road Warriors. She's essentially a female Road Warrior. She's got the spike football gear coming out. She's only got one side instead of both sides, but still like same type of entrance. Has the face paint. Just knocked around this girl, which was I guess her name on the Indies is Carolina. They were calling her Carolina Cruz for this match.
Okay, I know who Carolina Cruz is.
Yeah, I'd never seen her before.
I wonder if she's an ID person. That's
maybe they changed the name because of that. But it was a Killabomb, which essentially was the Baldo bomb, A Train's old finisher of like the double choke slam sit down. So it was really good. I worry about her presence, like as far as like I don't know if people are going to get behind her. Because
I've heard the name. I haven't watched any of her stuff, but I'm definitely going to watch his show because I'm interested.
Yeah. We find out that, earlier in the night, I forgot to mention, Cross had said that he is doing an open challenge for whoever wants the first shot at the MLW title.
I think I've heard that.
Signed it. There seemed to be really big on Matt Riddle and Killer Cross. There was a lot of video package of those two. So that seems to be something they're very happy. We ended the night though with Hammerstone versus Bishop Dyer.
Oh, okay.
Hammerstone won it. I don't get Hammerstone because I already don't get Brian Cage, and Hammerstone is Brian Cage without the athleticism.
Hammerstone reminds me of Scott Steiner, but with the moveset of Lex Luger. Like there's nothing special about him.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, he was just a big guy that.
He's hella powerful, and the dude can go. It just that to me, he's Vince's wet dream.
Yeah. He's the dude who faced Bret Hart. I can't remember the name, but like the horrible match that goes around Twitter every so often of just like the worst Bret Hart match ever.
Hammerstone is that dude from Free Guy that was at the end of that fight with Ryan Reynolds. Catchphrase. That's him.
Oh,
that's Hammerstone.
Awesome. I love that. That's great.
I'm on a roll tonight with random shit.
He has a little more charisma though. Anyway, it was a decent match. Hammerstone did what Hammerstone does. Dyer was amazing. Like he's still just as good as he ever was. He had a little trouble getting him up for the deep six, and I think that's just a big dude.
Hammerstone huge, but Dyer's another. He's like Gable. He made shiny out of shit.
Yeah. Now the ending of this match is the specific thing I want to talk about because you and I were talking about a couple of weeks ago of how I hate WWE's trend right now of cheating gets you nothing. Because all these heels are cheating and nothing's happening. Even the faces are doing things, and it's not like they're still losing despite the fact that they did something that should have given them the advantage in the match without anybody being hurt. They did this right. So what ended up happening is Dijak comes out like he's going to do something to Hammerstone because Hammerstone is up at this point, kind of getting the better of Dyer. The Good Brothers come out and beat him all the way back to the back. Well, now Dyer's looking at that. Hammerstone comes through. Hammerstone wins the match.
Okay.
Which is how that should be. Like, Dyer was distracted because of what
Right.
was going on. Him losing doesn't hurt him because he wasn't at his full range of that.
Right.
Did you find the last thing you?
No, I can't find out. I don't remember what it was. I was watching the Riddick movies today, so don't ask me why, but that's what I did.
Not for charisma. I know that.
It's for family.
All for the family.
She really says, "I'll drive it like I stole it" in these fucking movies, and I'm like, you franchise crossing bitch.
All right. Well, anyway, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Make sure to catch us on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Blue Sky, and sign up for the Gimmick Table Media Discord for great conversation, PLA watch-alongs, and second screen fun on our Thursday episodes that we play video games on when we're not interviewing people, which is going to happen more often. We already have a couple.
We're working on it. We're trying.
If anybody retweet the things we send out, because we're sending out feelers everywhere, trying to see if we can get some more people on here with us. It's a lot of fun to do the interviews. I had a blast with Gabby. Laura's going to be fun here in just a couple of weeks. That's going to be a blast. There's also a little surprise with Laura that is going to coincide with another surprise that I have. So something's going to happen on that episode. So make sure to give it a watch. But with that, before we sign off, it is Pride Month, and this last pop isn't just about hype, it's about heart. Well, wrestling has always been at the best when everybody feels seen. In a world where so many people are told to tone it down, to fit in, to stay quiet, to put in a box, this is your reminder that you don't have to shrink yourself in order to take up space in the crowd. If you're part of the LGBTQ community, you belong in every arena. You belong in every storyline, every chant, every spotlight. And if you're not in the community, I'm sorry I had to laugh. My daughter's in the background yelling Happy Pride Month. So Happy Pride Month for my daughter. And if you're not in the community like me, then it is your job to watch from the sidelines, but also to be a voice. It's be kind, to be a fan that makes it a safer, louder, and more welcoming place for everybody. So this month, don't just celebrate Pride, show it. In how you talk to people, how you support people, how you stand up for people when it actually counts. Because at the end of the night, wrestling is for everybody. And so is this fight to make everybody feel like they're part of it. With that, we are officially kicking out. In the meantime and in between time, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Here's the cover. Can he do it? Kick